Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good evening, everyone. This is our last Sunday night training of 2017, and we wanted to make it an awesome one. So we've got a lot of the to train you guys, to pour into you. It's not just getting on a half hour to do some training. It's really preparing and prepping and all of that to give you, the keys, the tips that we can to have, we want you to have the success that we've had. So I want to take the time to thank everybody that's been on here and this year, because we're getting the schedule ready for 2018, and lots of great ideas people have sent of things they want. So I think it's going to be awesome to continue this Sunday night training with everyone. So I want to thank Stu Brody for being on, Nikki Elsing, Michelle and Shawn, of course, Sharice Matthews, Mark Gordon. We even had Simon Cho on, Marilyn Moses, Tanya, Joanne Shearer, Linda McCormick. Oh, I'm losing my headsets here. Patty Connell, and the doctors, right? Dr. Melody Rodardi, Debbie Crawl was on, Dr. Davis was on, Christina Davis was on, Dr. Frank Hatch, Dr. Joe Genlack, Dr. Holy Harris. Oh, I don't want to miss anyone. I'm looking at my Dr. Brent Brimhall, Terry Williams. I think I got everybody. Well, if I missed anyone, I'm so sorry, but love you guys. Thank you so much for everything you've done. And thank you, everyone that's taking the time to get on here and learn and listen and take notes. And it's just been amazing. So we've got, like I said, we've got lots of people on that, want to give some tips to you. So I want to make sure we give everyone enough time. So I'm going to hand it over to Shawn to start. And then he has the list of people that sent me that are going to speak. And then we'll turn it over to you guys.
All right. Thank you, Maria. Enjoy those boys. Tell them all hi for us. And if there's anybody in your house that's participating in a football bowl game soon, we wish them luck, and we know that their team is amazing, and they will have great success. So we'll be rooting them on from the sidelines here in our own couches and TVs. So I cannot believe that we are wrapping up 2018. It seems like just the other day we were talking about how to close out 2017 strong, and here we are on the verge of closing out 2018. And my biggest advice, my biggest tip to you guys, we've seen this cyclical nature year after year after year in December. And the people that have the biggest rushes in January and February are the people that continue to put in the necessary action in December. And I totally get our lives are busy, and we've got tons of extra stuff going on around the holiday season. But the thing of it is we're actually around the people that we want to get introduced to our products, that we would love to travel the world with doing the business. So it's not that we're selling them something when we're around them. We're telling them what we're excited about. We're telling them what we're passionate about, and we're giving them the information so that they can make the necessary decision where it fits in with their life. And that's what I would just advise you on is as you're around family and friends or at holiday parties, just continue to be you. And continue to share with people this gift that we have, because honestly, there isn't a bigger gift that we could have had in our life given to us in 2011 than this business and these products. It truly has reshaped my wife's health, and it's reshaped how we live our life on a daily basis. So continue to push forward. Know that all the excitement and everything happening right now is shaping up for you to have tremendous success at the beginning of 2018. And in network marketing, especially in the Midwest, the upper Midwest, these colder climate states, January comes around and people are more anxious to hear about business opportunities than they are in one of the 3 months that it's nice for us, where they want to be at the lake and out and about. So continue to do what we've done. Don't overcomplicate the system. Make sure that you're just following the system. There's several people on the call that I'm looking at right now that have $1 million a month businesses, you guys, and they're not doing anything different than what we teach in the blueprint. So listen, keep your eyes and ears open to opportunity. I promise you, if it's not you, you do have friends and family that are going to go to bed tonight wondering how they're going to make it through the rest of this month because they don't have the budget to do what they want to do. And we know January 1st, people are looking for what? Better health and better finances. So let's just wrap this year up strong. I'm going to turn it over to, I'm just going to go in order that I have it here. So Marisa, if you could unmute yourself, I would love to pass the mic over to you for a couple minutes.
Hi there. Hi, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
We can. Pro 7, Marisa from Arizona. It's all yours.
Oh, so beautiful to see everybody on this call tonight. I love Lifevantage. I've been a part of this company for 5.5 years. It's truly changed my life. My sister's one of my business partners. I'm going to cry if I start talking about her because it's just really special to be able to do this with people you love and care about, and to be a part of a company that is a family. We are a family in Lifevantage of like-minded and life-minded people. And we have a gift. We have such a gift to share. I see my Prescott team on today as well. I just came back from Prescott. Hi, Jim and Ruth. So, it's so incredible what we have. And so this is the time, this holiday season is when you're really, you have a chance to connect with people. And the invites are what I'm going to talk about briefly. And really, invites are so individualized and so specific towards that person. There's not a cookie cutter invite. Really what we have to do is come from our heart when we are sharing this. It's not all about, if you're nervous about it, that's because you're making it about you, right? So, and trust me, I did too. I did too when I first started. It's just normal. It's part of the growing process. It's part of what we have to go through in order to become who we are, to become whatever it is that you want to be in Lifevantage. But to be free, to be financially free, and to be, to work with people when you want, with how you want, and where you want is a gift, and it takes work to get there, right? It takes personal growth. So what I would say is really listen to people. We're in the holiday season, Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, whatever it is that you're celebrating. You're around family and friends and food and fun. But if you're that person that's trying to share your opportunity during that time, I think it's kind of awkward. And trust me, because I've been there. I did it. So we're trying to help you. Don't do that, but listen to people. And if you can master asking questions, if you can master, asking people how they are doing in their life and being very authentic. I mean, don't BS this. This is not about that. People can see right through that. This is about truly being an authentic human being and caring about people. And anybody that's in Lifevantage that's on this call tonight is truly that type of person. Really, if you're new, it's about actions about their life, where they are, how's your family, how's your job. And people talk about their health. They talk about the money. They talk about the time. And it doesn't mean right then and there that you go saying, I've got something that could change your life. Just keep asking questions and let people talk. I'm telling you, when you just let people talk, they think you're the best person in the world because you listened. And that's what people really want you to do, is to really listen to them and ask questions. You can remember what you learned from that conversation. And then 2 or 3 days later, whatever, say, oh my gosh, I've been thinking a lot about you, and I have something that could change your life or could help you. And it could be from a health standpoint, or it could be from an opportunity standpoint. So, there's different invites. When you're really excited and you're just launching your business, I love what I'm just ripping and duplicating what I've learned. Like Marcy Steiner, I think, is a pro when it comes to the invites. And I'm really trying to, understand where she's coming from and not making it hard. She doesn't make it hard. She says, I'm in the process of launching my business and I'm lining up my business. Would you be interested in looking at this with me? That's from a business opportunity invite. Would you be interested in looking at this with me? I mean, is there pressure there? There's no pressure there. because you didn't make it about you, you made it about them. Would you be interested in looking at that? Well, we're getting together Thursday evening and we're going to be watching this ABC investigative report. And would you like to come over? Does that interest you? Would you like to do that? Because, you know, if you'd like to capitalize on this breakthrough, there's an opportunity. Would that be something you'd be interested in? I mean, come on. Who doesn't want to have more money? But not everybody is going to get that either. Okay. So each person, just remember where they're at. Remember, I say, write their name down, talk to your mentor before you make the call when you're brand new, and think of why you want to invite that person to look at this. And if the invite is because of their health, or they're into health, or they're struggling in their health, you know, maybe that's the way you come from it. But always weave in, you know what, there's also an opportunity. Is that something that would even interest you, to create some residual income? Because there's a lot of people that, you know, because of this breakthrough and us being first in the world, there's this incredible ground floor opportunity that's, you know, people are being successful and changing their life in about 3 to 5 years. So those are the little tips I'm going to give you. I could go on forever, but I'm not. So
all right, let's swing it over to one of your mentors that's out in your backyard, Pro 9, Carrie Williams. You out there?
I'm here. Hey, Shawn, do you hear me?
I do.
Okay, awesome. First, I just want to say thank you guys for jumping on. I just want you to know how strongly I believe in where this company is headed. I could not be more excited about the future of Lifevantage. We had 4 nights in a row. We had meetings last week. People are on fire, and we're excited for all of you. So if you are new, because we have so many new people, I just want you to know that we were you, right? When we, just a few years ago, we had those same doubts, those same fears, the same insecurities, but know that it's real. Borrow your belief until you have that. And you're going to get that by plugging into the events and your leaders and things like that. But if you've been going for a while, do not quit. I remember the first December, I was Pro 4 and I was pushing so hard, and I knew I was going Pro 5 in December, and I didn't. I missed it by like $3,000. But keep going. Do not quit. Do you think that really is bumming me out like all these years later? No. So no matter where you're at, I would just say, you know, step up and take ownership of your business, but still be coachable and follow the system while taking ownership. So don't reinvent the wheel, and be a master connector, you know, using that third-party validation, using the system, these Zooms, these calls, the team, because that's how you're going to truly build success. So just know that we believe in you. That's why we do all these, because we want you to get what you want out of it, and we love you guys. Thank you.
You rock. So we're going to bring it back over to the Midwest. Marilyn Mosier, Pro 7. Are you on there to give us your tip for the end of 2017?
Hey, Shawn. Hi, everybody. So excited to be on this call tonight. Can you hear me okay? Awesome. I am a brand new grandma, so I'm right here at Luke and Mariah's getting some snuggles in with my brand new grandbaby, which leads me to the fact that I am in a season of gratefulness and realizing how blessed and fortunate we are, and I am, to be part of this company and part of this breakthrough, and having my life changed in the way it's been changed because of this amazing company, and building my our incredible team, building this over time, part-time, very slowly over the last few years. What it's created is some time freedom for me to step away from my full-time job and be able to be with being a grandma, being with Gavin more. It's been amazing. But sometimes we don't realize it's all the little things that add up to our success. I'm going to talk a little bit about personal development, because really I'm reading a book right now by Brandon Burchard, and he talks about, he interviewed over decades of very successful people and what they did. There's 6 common success traits and habits that successful people share. Number 1, they seek clarity. Figure out why you're doing what you're doing, and be clear on what it is that you want out of it and what you want to become or what you want from it. So seeking clarity, getting your why solid, right? We talk about that in the blueprint. Generating energy is the second thing. In order to perform at a high level, all of these high performance successful people, they took care of themselves to stay on their A game. That means getting enough sleep, getting enough, taking care of your body and exercise and having the right mindset, staying positive. Number 3, raise necessity. We need to find and access the reasons why you're doing what you're doing and being very clear on your why. Number 4, increase your productivity needs to focus on what you're doing and if it's income producing or if it's adding value. Focus on those activities that actually are building your business and helping you increase your productivity, right? And stop wasting time with things that aren't important. Number 5, develop influence. Success is rarely achieved in isolation. We need to develop influence with those around us. So be around successful people. And with Lifevantage, you have that ability to be around amazing people. Plug into those people and stay connected. Number 6, generate courage. We need to stand up and believe in what you believe. And like what Carrie said, it's about your belief that drives your business and your activity level, what you are believing in. So make sure you're educating yourself on what we have here and stay connected. So ultimately, it's our actions and habits that help us move forward in our lives. So have a blessed Christmas season and let's go get this done. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Grandma. And I know that you're loving that, every minute of that. So congratulations. And we're so happy for you guys. Let's go over to the East Coast a little bit. And Pro 9, Amy Holmwood, just getting back from the A4AM conference.
Yes, A4M, anti-aging and regeneration.
Anti-aging. And she was rocking out the Facebook Lives from there. It was awesome to see that we were getting some Lifevantage love broadcast by them. So turn it over to you, Amy.
Thank you, Shawn. Thanks, everybody. And thank you, Marilyn. That was awesome. I love that. This is such an incredible group, and I'm just proud to be a part of this. I just want to give you a quick update on the A4M and what was spoken about there. It was really all about how technology is changing medicine. And we have to see the vision so clearly about what we have with Lifevantage and how it fits in to the future of how medicine is going to be changing our lives on a daily basis, just with the way that people can look at their genetics, for example, and how that's going to play into the foods and the supplements and the plants and all of the ingredients that are the nutrigenomic story of Lifevantage, and also the science of nutrigenomics, which is, outside of Lifevantage too. But we just happen to be at a place where we have started this conversation, a long time ago with Dr. McCord and some really smart people. And as a result of that, we are in a very unique position. And I have seen this since the beginning when I first saw Lifevantage 5 years ago. Because I was someone that was seeking genetic testing at the time, I started doing that in 2005. That was a long time ago. So I actually got to see whether my body makes SOD1, SOD2, glutathione, catalase, and all the different organs. Like, I knew about all that stuff when Marcy Steiner shared this with me. So it's still, most people still don't have those tests completed. But there will be a day very soon, all of you guys, when that test costs about $100, and it's going to map out your whole genome, which will be within probably 5 years. And you'll be able to know exactly what foods and what things are going to be good for your genes, and also your microbiome, which has its own ecosystem, which is separate from your human body. So we have a huge future in all of this. And so we have to be able to make that clear when we talk to people about the business opportunity that Lifevantage is presenting to people from a number of different perspectives. And just like Marissa was saying, you want to ask questions to people. Don't just brain dump. I have so much exciting information right now. I want to just go tell everybody about it. Maybe you guys saw the Facebook Live. They came up to me and asked me if I would do that. That was not a promotional piece. I didn't have to pay for that. That was really cool. But we want to ask questions of people. We want to get to know where people are in their lives, and then have an opportunity to say to somebody, listen, we have some information that is going to it's changed my life and my family from a health perspective, but also where business is being done, and the convergence of technology, and also in social commerce, which we have an opportunity to participate in that. And most people don't have social commerce businesses that they can monetize, where somebody's going to be using products. I mean, people are buying stuff every day online. We're seeing that, right? I mean, they're buying crap. They're buying, they're buying hand sanitizer. I don't know what's in this. They're buying, I'm at somebody else's house. I don't use hand sanitizer, by the way. I don't use any of that stuff. But anyway, so the point is, what we have is so amazing that people are going to want to keep buying it every month. But people, don't be worried about whether somebody is going to be afraid to buy something or not. People are buying stuff every day. So we've got to have a different mindset that sets our belief so high to show somebody that we really do have something that's very, very special that people want to know about. So, and we can monetize that. We have the system in place. So I know there's a lot of new people on. I was actually going to do another training tonight with another team that just got started. Vaughn Ripley has, like, the testimonials are insane, you guys. You guys know all that. But I just want to say that I'm excited about working with that team. I'm excited about being part of what all you guys have. But let me just give you a real quick tip and then I'll be done. One of the things that I'm doing again right now is making my top 50 names of people that we want to get, we want to get this information to. So just make your database, get your database fixed a little bit. I think a lot of us, I've been in the business for 5 years. I'm looking at that again, over and over again, recycling that and following up with people, because that's really where we shine. We have to follow up at least 5 times. So I did a training on that with you guys last weekend. So anyway, thank you so much. Just the vision, you guys, we have everything on a silver platter. There's other companies getting into this space, but still no one's really in the NERV2 sector of any significance. I went around to the 350 booths. There's a lot of kind of mitochondrial stuff coming out right now using nitrous oxide and different things, but there's no NERV2 companies. NERV1, they've never even heard of. I mean, seriously. So we are really in the catbird seat right now. So thank you. I'm excited to be a part of this with you guys tonight, Shawn. Thanks.
I love it. I love it. Yes. And that's the absolute cutting edge of the medical professional space, right? As far as anti-aging.
It is.
For us to still be leading the charge, still be at the forefront, and they're not even getting into the same playing field that we're in. And we have a decade head start. So it's absolutely unbelievable. So thank you, Amy. And we know that you're going to tear it up in 2018. So let's bring it back to the Midwest. Pam Gordon, Pro 9 Pam Gordon, you out there?
I'm here.
Perfect. Turn it over to you.
Well, hey, so excited. Ending 2017 for us, 7 years in the business. And it goes back to those of you that are new on this, the importance of just realizing that residual income is so important. You do need to have additional streams of income. So carve out any time you can to really share Lifevantage with the people you care about and love. Realize it is a gift, and it's a gift that you offer it to people, whether they do anything with it health-wise or business-wise. That's not a choice you're making. It's a choice that you're giving them to make. And it goes back to what we've said all along, is you need to build the well, dig the well before you're thirsty. So do the work that you know you need to do. I mean, 5 years is going to come and go. Do you want to be at the same place in 5 years as you are today? Or do you want to make a change for yourself and your family and those that you care about around you? So all I'm going to say is, as you end 2017, do like Amy just said. Look at your database. Who's your top 50? Like she said, continue to add to that database, and then have the boldness. Do like Mel Robbins says, is that 5-second rule. If somebody comes to your mind, or some action supposed to come to your mind, do it within those 5 seconds. Because if you don't do it within those 5 seconds, you probably won't do it. So have that 5 seconds of courage to make that phone call, to connect with the people who need to know about Lifevantage and the gift that we have to share with the world. Nobody else has what we have. So let's do a better job of sharing what we know with our sphere of influence. So let's really end 2017 strong, and let's really move into 2018 with our hair on fire, like Carrie Dickey likes to say.
Love it. I love it. Yeah. Just that one tip of having courage for 5 seconds and immediately taking action that could change somebody's entire year. So absolutely love that, Pam. Let's bring it over to, how about Idaho? We'll finish up the call with very good luck. We'll finish with 7773 Pro 7s. And we'll start this with Idaho and Tanya. Tanya, are you out there?
I'm here.
Perfect.
Hello.
It's all yours.
Oh, this is kind of humiliating what I'm going to share with you, but I know that someone out there needs to hear this message. Okay, so, oh my gosh, you guys, I practiced this. Okay, so I have stood on stage and I have talked about how I put my hopes and dreams into, this is ridiculous.
We love you. You got this.
I know. I've talked about, like, on stage, how I put my hopes and dreams into a title that was, you know, given to my husband through a job. Meaning when he got a raise or he got a promotion, I would count on that to make a change in my life without doing much myself. And time again, it didn't work out for us. And this opportunity helped me change that. And, but all to put me, honestly, right back in the same situation. I would reach a new rank with a team on fire, and I would put my hopes and dreams into that team being on fire. Or feel the company transition into momentum, right? That momentum phase, and put your hopes in that your team will catch the wave and things will happen. And I would manage those circumstances without even realizing that I was managing them. I was, again, putting my hopes and dreams for change into the hands of other people and seeing nothing happen, because I was managing rather than taking the lead on my own life. And for a couple years now, I have said, next year we'll be doing this. Next year we'll be traveling to this place. And for at least 2 years, I've said that.
Love you, girl.
For at least 2 years, I said that. And my Lifevantage story hasn't changed. It's not changed. So it stayed the same because I was, again, putting hopes and dreams in the hands of other people rather than taking control of my own story. So, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. So what I wanted to tell you, like, don't just think about how you want your life to be different. It's your story, and you're the only one that can change it. You have to do it. You have to pick up the pen and you have to put in the work. Don't rest in the work of other people. The work has to start with you, because your life will be better because of Lifevantage, but it can be more better. Don't rest in the good that comes from it. Don't rest in the better place that comes from it, because there is better waiting for you. So that's just my tip, is if you want to change your story, truly change it. Don't find yourself in the same place you're at today next year. Ugh, I'm done.
You rock. You rock. And I promise you this, Tanya, you being vulnerable and real and raw with people will have a tremendous impact on most everybody on this call, because that's the reality, right? We sometimes don't put into actions our hopes and dreams, and the further we put them on the back burner, the further away they get. And it's easier, you know, once you put it aside, to keep putting it aside. So you've grown so much over the time that we've been building this together, and we know that, you know, you have it in you to go to the very top, and we're excited to see all of the wonderful things that happen for you and your family in 2018. So we love you. We're going to bring it over again to Arizona. It seems like there's a hotbed of people from Arizona, huh? Dr. Brett Brimhall, are you out there?
Hey, how are you guys tonight?
Awesome, awesome. All yours.
Perfect. Hey, Tanya, thanks for being real. Hey, I cried too on stage, so crying's good. So good job out there. Crazy time of year, I think, for everybody. I just have to admit, I love Lifevantage and what it has done to kind of help me be vulnerable as well. So I appreciate Tanya sharing for her heart. We all know it's a crazy time of year. One of the things I've done lately specifically is just be real with people. And when I call them up, I tell them, hey guys, I know it's the end of the year. And I also know here another week after Christmas is over, we're all sitting down, we're all looking at our goals, and we're like, man, are we where we want to be? And whether that's a health goal or whether that's a financial goal. So when I'm calling people right now, I'm doing just that. I say, look, I know that here in a couple of weeks, you're going to be having that conversation with your wife again, or and you're going to be looking at your finances and you're going to be asking, am I where I want to be? I said, look, I don't know if this is for you or not, but this, in the last 3 years, this has created a residual income for me and my family. So when life happens, I'll have something that if I need to take some time off, I can now do that. Guys, I couldn't do that 3 years ago. When I broke my knee 3 years ago, I couldn't do that. Like, I just said, you know what, it's and I just went to work anyway, and I'm hobbling on a broke knee treating patients. And that's what most people have to do because they don't have choices. When my sister passed away when I was 18, I watched my dad go to work, back to work the next day because that's what he had to do. So when I call people this time of year, I just tell them just that. Look, I know you're having this conversation right now with your family and it's on your mind. So I know life's busy, but if this is a fit, this would be the best time because I know come January, you're going to be wanting something, and let's take a look at this. So if that's it, then we can jump in together come January 1 or whenever it is, and we can go because I'm not stopping between now and then. But if you're serious, then you're going to be one of the first people I'm going to be working with. And so that's something, Shawn, that I've been sharing lately, and that's really resonated well with other people, and it's just made it more comfortable to make those calls. So that's what I wanted to share. Appreciate you guys letting me be on the call.
You rock, Doc. We'll see you soon in the Arizona heartland. We've got a bonus treat here, you guys. North America needs to be represented by Canada as well, right? So don't you think we could have Pro 7, Dr. Sveta Silverman, give us her end of 2017 tip heading into 2018. You out there, Doc?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you so much. Tanya Sheldon.
Monica, we love you.
Thank you. I love you too. Tanya Sheldon, I love you. I love you for your honesty. I love you for your raw. I just love you. Shawn Poe, I hope you feel better. 2018, commitment, integrity, honesty, hard work, love to people, and exactly what we have. I can't agree more with Amy Homewood. I realized that a few weeks ago, being at the World Mitochondrial Congress. So nobody has what we have. Nobody's talking about NRF1. Nobody's talking about the whole mitochondria. So what we have is tremendous sciences behind us. The companies behind us. The pattern to success with duplication via blueprint is behind us. It's just us to grab it. And love my team. Thank you, guys. You make me feel good.
You rock, Doc. All right, so we are going to wrap it up with the last speaker for our 2017 Sunday night learning meetings, our Zoom learning sessions with Michelle and I's sponsor, Nikki Elsing, Pro 7 from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. She is, good for the good or the bad. The reason you're stuck with Michelle and I is because of this lady. So we absolutely love you. You're a blast to have as a business partner, and we look forward to doing life with you in 2018. Let's take it home.
Woohoo! Oh my gosh, I get to totally take it home. I'm so excited, you guys. And the best thing is I didn't have to go right after Tanya, because everybody knows I'm kind of a ball baby, and that is hard on this girl. Tanya, you did amazing. And hey, somebody's sharing their screen.
I'll just keep talking while we're figuring.
I'll get them off. Just 1 second.
Okay, one of the things I want to tell you guys is I could say ditto to everything everybody just said. But instead, I want to tell you that around this time, starting in Thanksgiving on, I sit and look at what are the things I wrote for myself for 2017, because every beginning of every year, a list, and I want to know what it is that I want to work on. What am I going to change? And I've been in the business almost 7 years, you guys, and a lot of you have been there just as much, and some of you are just starting, but it's just so great. But we learn every single year, and there's always things to work on. So one of mine, and I kind of have it on this little Post-it here, is that one of my 2017 goals was to just straight up ask people. You know, I'm looking at like Mia and Kathy and saying, hey, you know what, if I was prospecting them, I'd say, hey, Mia, where are you at? You know, you ready to do this with me? Just ask. Because sometimes that's what's the problem, is we're not brave enough to just ask. And last month was crazy nuts, you guys. And that was when I just totally thought, you know what, whatever, I've got 2 months to prove this and get this checked off my list. I'm going to do it. And I did. And I got lots of customers and lots of people really, really interested and lots of answers. So I didn't have to go, well, I'm not sure what's going on. I just asked them, and it was amazing. But I had some homework, and it's perfect. I didn't know if I was going to be last. I didn't know where I was coming in the whole thing. But this is actually really good, because this is going to look backwards, but I'm going to show you because it's really simple, and then I'll tell you what's on. So make a square kind of like with 4 sections, okay? And across the left side, put making a change. And on the right side, put not making a change. Because you know what? Some of us are in the same spot we were earlier this year or last year. And that is nothing we want to do, right? We want to keep moving on. So put making a change and not making a change. And then under each one, have a benefits and a cost section. Because there are benefits to where you are right now, of course. But there's costs as well, whether you're unbalanced, whether you're still working in the job you didn't want to be working in, whether you're not able to give back as much. This is just a season for giving. And maybe right now you're going, you know what, I wish I could do some of these things that I've wanted to do. And just put down the information. And then also look at both ways, because if you're making that change or not making a change, there's that cost and benefit that we have to compare. And I'm hoping that as you guys are doing that, you will see that making a change is so, so important. I remember someone saying a while back, you know what, I lost this many hundreds of thousands of dollars because I didn't make a change. And that's because they didn't work on advancing their business. They didn't work on balancing. They didn't work on whatever. And you know, money isn't everything, but wow, it really hits home and makes you go, oh my gosh, that has such an influence on so many things of our life. Or, you know, making that change of not being able to, you know, invest in yourself. Maybe you haven't been to Elite Academy. Get to Elite Academy. Do whatever you need to. And focus on that, because we're coming right around to when we are going to have new goals for 2018. So if there are old ones in 2017, you guys, you got a couple weeks left, so get that done. And if you're looking at 2018, look and think about what you want to do. What do you want to do for yourself? What do you want to give back? What do you want to learn more? How do you want to incorporate more people in your business? And really, you know, when I look at and think about like Shawn, usually, you know, when we're talking about Shawn and Michelle, they're just crazy, so fun. And I think, oh my gosh, what if I would not have said what I did to them? And it's crazy. And then like looking at all the friendships, and now I'm going to do like Tanya did. But anyway, just do it, because it doesn't matter, right? And boy, we look ugly when we cry, and I can see myself. But just do it, because the worst thing they can do is say no. And who cares? And if they say no, then you keep going, right? Pick somebody else. But anyway, Shawn, I screwed up and I started crying, and I'm not supposed to. You're supposed to tell me to knock it off. But anyway, make your list and get those things figured out. And you guys, you know, one of the problems that we have is people take time off at Christmas or the holidays. And it's important to remember those are 2 days, right? Coming up here, we've got a lot of stuff going on, but keep in mind that it's so worth it to work through it, because we have huge, huge dreams. You have huge, huge dreams. And go get it, because it's just waiting there for you to go ahead and do that. So thank you, Shawn. Thanks, everybody. Love talking to you all, and happy holidays.
Thank you, Nikki. And I often refer to her as my work mommy. So it's okay to cry, work mommy. You're good.
Thanks.
Well, we absolutely love you guys, and we're here. We're going to continue to work through the rest of the year. Some of you we will see at Families Helping Families Legacy event in Mexico. We're going to build, I think, 4 or 5 more houses for the poor down there this year. So we'll be heading out there. But there's a ton of webinars that are coming up. And Nikki has scheduled those, so be on the lookout. Those will be starting tomorrow. So there's no excuse not to have a way to get people in front of the information between now and the end of the year. I'm telling you, the more people you get exposed to the information now will determine the success that you can have in January, February, and March. So don't hesitate. Put in that consistent effort, and I'm telling you, it will absolutely make a huge impact on your life in so many different aspects. So thank you to all of the leaders that were sharing tonight. We appreciate all of you, and let us know how we can help. That is a wrap for 2017.
Happy holidays to everyone. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy
holidays.
Hanukkah.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.